ever chosen a theme for your summer? Summer is such a set of time. It's a separate season. Schedules tend to change for a lot of people. And I heard about like Gretchen Rubin with the Happiness Project. She will choose a summer theme. Like she will only read one author during summer, things like that. And in grad school, I had a friend who actually said when she was in high school, she would choose a specific topic she would study each summer. I've seen Annie F. Downs do Summer of the Enneagram, and I just started thinking, I want a summer theme. So what should be my summer theme? This is gonna be what we call cozy content. Grab your iced coffee, grab your matcha latte, settle in, let's chat about my summer theme and what it means for you. Because how narcissistic would that be if I was just like, you guys, let me tell you about my theme. What do you care? It will impact you, so let's talk all about it. Okay, so before we get into the theme, what you need to know is that a couple of weeks ago, I was at my biz friend's lunch and I asked them, I'm like, hey, what are you doing for the summer? What is a goal you have for your business this summer? Do you do anything to make your summer fun, like simple fun? Like, do you always get a Slurpee on Fridays? Let me know. I was trying to think of ways to set apart the summer because honestly, the last 2 years, I was in a full-time position over this season. And so this is the first year in 3 years that I get summer the way I want it to be. So I truly had no clue what I wanted. Got some ideas from them, took a walk, and was thinking about this idea of like, what do I want for the summer? And y'all, I'm just gonna tell you now, when you hear the theme, you're gonna go like, yeah, this isn't shocking. Like you're not gonna hear me be like, this is the summer of space travel. No, it's nothing weird. It is totally on brand to the point where you're gonna be like, really? You had to have a conversation with yourself about that? You had to think about it for a little bit? I did. So here's what dawned on me. It's like laughable. Here's what dawned on me when I was taking a walk. I realized I want a summer of connection. What? Me? The girl who talks about relationship building and networking and all those things? A summer of connection? How is that even different? Let me tell you. Let me take a sip of coffee first. Here is why I chose this theme. While obviously my brain is always thinking about connecting with people, how do we connect with people? How can people better connect to each other? In terms of studying, this is where my friend in grad school kind of got me on that idea of like, pick a topic. In terms of studying something, books on connection have kind of been put to the side for books on business or books on a very specific piece of communication, like how to make an ask, right? Things like that. I want to truly study connection. How do we connect? Why are we not connecting, etc. Some of that is communication related, but some of that kind of goes into a bigger picture. So I have all these books that have been stacked up. I'll show you a couple of them in a minute. And so that is what I am studying. I'm going to put together a podcast list. I am putting together some articles. And so it is my goal this summer to focus on connection and study and really research and get into that. My little coworkers in the corner, if you hear a little shaking of a collar, sorry about that. So I will show you books in a second, but here are the main goals. Oh yeah, wait, guys. I got fun in Canva. It's not just a summer of connection. I'm going to camp. It's Camp Connection, okay? So if you want to come to camp with me, let me know. I'm thinking about making like a private, very, very low cost membership if you want to go deeper on this topic. So if this interests you, email me, send me a DM, etc. Tell me you want to know more. But really, I have 3 goals in making this summer of connection, Camp Connection. Here's what I will learn at Camp Connection. I want to investigate how and why we connect and then why we struggle with this to try and find some solutions. That's overall number 1. That's kind of part of the ethos of my business. And so I want to get back to that. Second, I want to experiment with various connection ideas. I actually have 3 things on my list of goals for the year that are very specific connection sort of events, and I have not pulled the trigger on doing them. 1, because they take a little more work, but 2, and honestly, this is the real one, I'm afraid of getting rejected. I'm afraid people are gonna go, oh no, I don't wanna do that. Oh, you're asking for my time. Like, just the fears we all have over vulnerability, and what if they say no, right? So, gonna try it. And then the third thing is I am trying to get better at tracking the people I connect with. This is part of where I'm very realistic about networking and relationship building. We all know what we should do. We don't all do it. People who are really into sales have their CRM, but sometimes when you're connecting with people and you're doing it for, let's say, job search purposes, or you're just trying to meet more people in your space and you don't want to look at everyone as a dollar sign, it feels weird to track every call, or a regular CRM doesn't work for that. And so I finally found one called Folk. It's new, Folk. I have a link to it in the description box. I'll put it in the show notes. That it is developed, it is technically a CRM, but it is developed to be around relationship building. There are pipelines in there are sales pipelines, etc., but it's developed to be around relationship building. So I want to go deep on getting that together, on actually using a CRM. Sorry, I kind of tangented there, but goal 3 is, while I know we should track our networking efforts, right, our relationship building, it just makes life easier down the road. Spending 5 minutes after a call to fill out someone's name on a spreadsheet or in a CRM just drives me crazy. But now that I found this one, I think this is the one I want to really stick with. I invested in it, right? I'm paying for it every month. So having this goal is going to help me figure this out. And if you decide to use Folk, let me know. Maybe we can do some tutorials, share things with each other. So those are 3 main goals that I have for this. And then on top of that, obviously I am still meeting with people every day on Zooms, in person. I have a call later today with someone. It's a Friday when I'm filming this. I keep my Fridays kind of light, but I have a call with someone. I have a lunch with someone else today, tracking all of those things, trying out some of the things I'm learning, and then, going to events in person too. I'm really trying for summer to have 2 events per month that I attend. This might not sound like a lot, but summer is hard, right? Some people completely break for summer, especially living in Phoenix. Y'all, this is a thing about living in a city where you have snowbirds. People hibernate. We literally hibernate in the summer months. People leave for months at a time, including families. And so some groups, some things that are regular things around town, literally shut down in the summer. You cannot find something to go to in July. It is I have no clue what I'm doing in July. I've got some June activities. I got an August activity. July is going to be a real crapshoot. But that's my goal, is to go to some events as well. Now, what does this mean from you? You are going to get a letter from camp if you're on my newsletter list. If you're on my email list, you're going to get a letter from camp once a week where I'm just sharing with you what I'm learning, some tips you can take with you, some things to try yourself. Because if you're here, connection matters to you too, right? Whether it's for business or your personal life, etc. So I just want to share what I'm learning, the tools I find, the books I'm reading, etc. So that is coming if you're on my list. And then I also am putting together a camp packing list where I will share with you my full book list. So to give you an idea of some that are on here, I am really into Sherry Turkle. I've heard her quoted in other books and finally went and bought her books for myself. So this is Alone Together: Why We Expect More from Technology and Less from Each Other, and Reclaiming Conversation: The Power of Talk in a Digital Age. So I'm very excited to read both of these. Another one that's probably not on your radar, I just randomly found this in the news section at the library: People Who Lunch. On work, leisure, and loose living. So this seemed a little bit more of a fun one, but as someone who loves my biz friend lunches, I thought I want to be a person who lunches, so let's talk about it. So that's going to be on the more fun side. There's a bunch of stuff in between. If you would like my packing list for camp, which includes the books, the groups that I'm a part of, podcasts that I'm listening to, let me know. You can get a link to it in the description box below. You'll see packing list and you can go grab it, because I'd love for you to come on this journey with me. If you want to have a summer of connection, if you want to come join me at camp, come get your packing list and let me know if you want more info. Now, what does this mean for you? First off, well, one, now you know what we're talking about all summer. It is going to be all around connection. Fingers crossed, guests are coming soon too, and I have some great people in mind to talk about how they're connecting, what they do to make connecting easy, etc. So you're going to hear from more than just me. So content-wise, we are all about connection in the upcoming months. But also, also, what do you want a theme for summer to be? I know when this video comes out or this episode comes out, it's partway through June. Y'all, there is still a lot of summer left. You can choose this today and get started. So think about, what do you want to do this summer? You know, what makes your summer different? I know a lot of you are packed with summer camps and vacations, and it's not like you're not driving kids around to school, but summer just has a different rhythm. And so even though it can be busy, it also feels very set apart. So is there something you want to learn this summer? I would love for you to join me on getting better at connecting with others, but maybe there's something else you want to learn. Take a minute and think about it. Create your own book list or podcast list, right? It doesn't have to be 20 books. It could be 3, but are all on the same topic. Let me know in the comments what you decide to do. When I asked on Instagram, like, hey, has anyone ever done a summer theme? The amount of people who went, I haven't, but that sounds really fun, was shocking. So if you're interested in doing this, think about it today. Think about it tomorrow. Take a walk like I did. And then come back and let me know, hey, I chose my summer theme. It's gonna be this. I would love to hear from you. And like I said before, if you want the packing list of what I'm taking to camp, right? My softwares that I'm using, the books I'm reading, etc., feel free to get that list down below, totally free. And if you want more info, let me know if you would be interested in joining kind of our own camp group. If this is something people are interested in, we could have, campfire nights online. We could have some fun with this. So let me know, but that's what you're going to be seeing for the rest of summer, is a lot around this idea of connection, why it's so hard to connect now, and what we can do to change that. So that is it for today. If you missed last week's episode around the loneliness of the American worker and the Wall Street Journal article, even if you are a business owner and not a worker in a company, it's worth a listen to. Go watch that one next, and I'll see you over there, or you'll hear me over there. Bye.